Hi, welcome to Daily Exercise with Danica. I'm Danica Edelbrock. Today we are going to focus on lower body lymphatic system. So these are very general range of motion exercises that will help move that lymphatic fluid from the tissue in the lower extremity up into the lymph nodes in the groin area. So if you suffer from lymphedema, it is very important that you first get medical clearance from a physician or your physical therapist before starting any exercise program. Always take things at your own pace and never do anything that causes pain. We want to do these exercises at about 50% effort, so it's really more of a movement, imagining those muscles are acting as a pump to pump that fluid back up, and if we're tightening and tensing and stressing, that's going to cause kind of roadblocks in that highway of the lymphatic system and be counterproductive. So let's try to relax, breathe. In fact, let's start with some breathing. So let's go ahead and lie down comfortably. So on these, if you need a pillow to support your head and neck, please do. We want to be as comfortable as we can in that upper body. If you do wear a sleeve to help with lymphatic swelling, please have that on when you do exercise. So you can pause now and put that on if you do use a sleeve. So we're going to start with the knees bent. Our toes are going to be really separated and grounded. So think of everything spread open as wide as we can get. Our hands are going to come to the belly. So we want to work on breathing first. So breath it not only helps kind of regulate the body and all the systems in the body, it'll help with clearing the toxins and bringing healthy oxygen in. So we want to breathe in and out through the nose, nice and slowly and deeply. It will also help those muscles and tissues relax, allowing that fluid to flow a little bit easier. So breath work's, of course, important in everything we do, especially when we're working that lymphatic system. So we want to use those muscles and contract, and each time they're contracting, they're acting as a pump to pump the fluid back into the venous system, which carries waste and fluids away from the tissue, where the arteries will carry fluids and nutrients into the tissue. So now that we've got a little bit of breath work in here, let's move into just lifting our toes up. So starting at the most distal area in those toes and ankles. So we want to lift those feet, lift those toes. Just relaxing the arms by the sides. We'll do that a few more times, doing each of these about 10 to 20 times, a couple times a day if it feels good. And then we'll lower the feet and just scrunch the toes, like we're scrunching the toes in. We're pulling those toes underneath. I'm kind of grabbing hold of my mat. It's nice to have a towel or a mat or something that you can actually feel that you're scrunching to get those muscles working. And then from here, so 10 to 20 times, don't forget that breathing. So from there, we're going to add just little circles. So let's just circle the ankles around. Now, it may be easier to have the legs out straight at this point and circling the ankles from here. So we're moving that fluid back up the body to the groin area. So imagining those hips are relaxed, the low back is relaxed. Circling in both directions. Sometimes it feels good to just lightly put your hands, spread those fingers out wide, and just place them on your hips. So you're sort of guiding that fluid back to where your hands are on those lymph nodes in the pelvis. So from here, let's slide our left knee in, and then we're going to slide it back out. And then slide that right knee in, and slide it back out. So again, working that knee joint as sort of an additional pump to help pump that fluid back up to the hips. Slide it in. So we'll just do a few more on each side. Breathing in as we lengthen, breathing out as And just relax. Feel the legs, hips, everything relax from here. Now let's bend the knees and let the soles of the feet come together. So we're gonna let the knees come out and then bring the knees back together. Now if this feels a little too intense or strenuous in those inner hips, we can do one knee at a time, and that feels good. Just let the knee come out and bring it back in. Right knee comes out and back in. Check in with your breath. Make sure you're breathing. The muscles are working, but we're not offering any tension to work as a roadblock. We want all those superhighways open to help get that lymphatic fluid back to those lymph nodes where it can be cleaned and filtered and excreted. And back in, and out, and in, and great. And now we'll take the knees over to the right, look to the left, back to center, breathe in. Breathe out, knees right, look left. Feel that nice release in the back, but also feel that movement of fluid up into that groin. From those thighs, all the way up into that low back and hip area. Last one, breathe in. Knees to the left, look right. Breathe in. Exhale, right, look left. And center. And now the arms can come back down to the sides. We're grounding the feet. We're moving back into the hips as we move through some pelvic tilt. So we're actually rocking the pelvis forward and rocking the pelvis back, using the muscles of that lower core as well as that upper thigh to help pump that fluid back in. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in as the pelvis rocks forward, breathe out. Last one, breathe in, breathe out. And then we'll gently guide both knees in toward the chest, holding under the thighs, and let's circle those knees around. So pulling the knees just gently, 50% effort, using the breath as we circle the knees around. Let's move back the other way. Nice and slow. No hurry here. We just want that fluid to make it back up to those lymph nodes. Taking it as slow and as long as you need to. And then we'll release those legs back out so that fluid can flow through. Placing the fingertips on the hips and the thumbs on the belly. Let's breathe in deeply, feel those abdominals rise. Let's close our eyes as well. Exhaling, relax, draw the belly in. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And then gently begin to circle those ankles and wrists in both directions. And then we'll roll over onto one side and then slowly pushing up to a seated position again, or whatever is comfortable. And we'll just roll the shoulders back. Let's take a big breath in and out. So thank you for joining me in Danica's daily exercise. And we will hopefully meet again soon. Please take it at your own pace. If you do have lymphedema, please stay on a regular exercise program, walking and regular cardiovascular exercise, regular flexibility and strength training as well, all within a comfortable range of motion. and just keep with it, because if you do have lymphedema, it's likely going to be something you'll have for a while, maybe even forever. So just get used to doing a routine of exercising, just like you do with your teeth. We brush our teeth every day, so get in your exercise program that works for you every single day. And thank you again. I'm Danica Edelbrock, and thanks for joining Daily Exercise with Danica. Thank you. See you soon.